All right, welcome to Sober Talk. I'm Jamie Ellie, and welcome Tom Mabe.
I gotta turn it on. Hold on. All right, are we live, guys? Are we live? Is it working here?
Welcome.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm going to have to step up and go in here for a second because we can't tell if we're getting monitored.
Okay.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
1 second. We're on Sober Talk.
Talk to the fine people there.
And by the way, we are still working on the equipment, trying to master this. And hopefully we're going to be able to take calls tonight. So keep that in mind. If you have a question or a comment or some feedback that you want to get back with us, you can also go to Tom Mabe's comedy page and go to where we're going live and leave comments for us. Anything that you want to say. All right. And Tom Mabe!
Let's go. It's been one of those days.
It's been one of those days.
A lot of good feedback from the first Sober Talk that we did yesterday. We knew nothing what we were going to talk about. We just did it. We ad-lib it.
We're winging it.
So tonight we actually took some notes down and...
Not a lot.
Well, no. So what is the topic that you were wanting to speak on? What was it?
Oh, gosh, man. I've been talking to friends in recovery all day.
Okay.
And one thing that we kept talking about, seemed to be coming into focus, is why people give reasons why not to stop drinking or even recognizing if they have a problem. How do we know if we have a drinking problem?
Well, it's real simple. If it causes problems, you have a problem, right? Is that a good way to look at it?
I think it is. I think another way is people that don't have drinking problems don't wonder if they have a drinking problem. So if you're wondering if you have one, chances are you do.
Could be. And I want to make sure that we are live. Are you guys? Let's go to my Facebook. No, I don't see it being live, Jamie. I don't know what's going on here. I wonder if I went to the wrong page or something.
Well, now I'm...
No, there it is. We got 100 people.
Is that today or is that yesterday?
No, that's us.
Oh, hey!
Yeah!
Hey.
Woo! How do you know if you got a drinking problem? If your family tree has a car wrapped around it. So let's get right to it. You said you were going to give me a quiz?
Right. Okay. So to give you a quick background, the disease, and we don't just necessarily mean alcohol. We could be talking about substance abuse. We could talk about gambling, food, shopping, whatever. But for the sake of this show, we're calling it alcoholism. And
for this episode.
For this episode.
Gotcha.
And so, but it could be, you could substitute whatever in there. And so, to give you a little background, alcoholism has been classified as a disease by the American Medical Association.
A lot of debate on that, whether it's making you put the drink up against your mouth or whatever. I hear a lot of that.
Yeah, but when I hear things like that, I go, okay, well, that's great that you have that opinion, but I'm going to listen to the doctors.
Right.
And they classify it as a disease because it's a progressive illness, and if you do not treat it, it is 100% fatal.
They call it an allergy. And if you do feel like you have a drinking problem, if you want to, I fear we're going to encourage people to just stop. And if they drink too much, if they're drinking like 2 bottles of vodka a day, then you could die from stopping. So
you definitely need to seek medical advice.
Go do professional detox. Doctor. Yeah. All right. So go ahead, brother.
Okay. So AA has the pamphlet, and this show isn't necessarily exclusively about 12-step programs, but AA has a great little quiz that you can give yourself. Okay, are you ready? Did you study?
I got Google. I'm going to cheat.
You're going to cheat, okay. Okay, here's the first question.
Okay.
Have you ever decided to stop drinking?
14! That's the answer?
Oh, it is. It says how many days are in 2 weeks?
And I said 14. No, I'm sorry. Let's go ahead.
Okay, so it says, have you ever decided to stop drinking for a week or so, but only lasted for a couple of days?
Over my life, I have said this, that I want to take a month off, and I usually take February off because it's the shortest month.
That's a professional drinker. That's a professional drinker.
Well, we take that day, but then you got leap year, and all of a sudden it's extra long or something.
Oh, you don't count. That don't count.
But yes, many of times I said I'm not going to drink until the weekend, and it's Tuesday morning. I'm like, I want a beer.
Yeah, one thing that I would do is I would say I'm going to skip a day and then I'm going to skip 2 days. Then I'm going to skip 3 days. I couldn't even make it past the
Yeah, or
first
try
day.
to drink every other day instead.
Right.
That man,
All sorts of things.
vicious cycles we
Don't
spoke
drink at
yesterday.
home, only drink out, all the different things I tried. Okay, number two. Do you wish people would mind their own business about your drinking? Stop telling you what to do.
Yeah, yeah, I'm like a grown ass man. Don't tell me, you know, if I should drink or not. It's
You work
my
hard, play
call.
hard.
I work hard. I work harder. I outwork anybody. If I want to have a couple beers a night, but it's usually never two beers.
Right,
It's
right,
a 12 pack.
right. Okay, number three. Have you ever switched from one kind of drink to another and hoped that this would keep you from getting drunk?
No, but this is embarrassing. I did one time switch to a cheaper beer because I was drinking so much.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying? I went from
yeah.
like Bud Light to Milwaukee's Best.
So,
And
yeah, okay, so you didn't really mix up your drinks. You were a beer guy?
yes, yes.
Okay. Number four. Have you ever had to have an eye opener upon awaking during the past year?
An eye opener. Explain what you
Like
mean
get
by
up in
that.
the morning and oh you can't even function until you have a drink in the morning. Like some people they get the shakes really bad in the morning from detoxing, and they have to have a drink to start their day.
The hair of the
Basically.
dog.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I had the hair of the dog for like 9 years straight.
Yeah.
No, it's bad. I was drinking daily.
Hmm.
When I used to drink, I would drink daily.
Hmm. I never would. I was never one to get up early and start drinking unless there's like a big boat race or something, Thunder on the
Oh, I could
Ohio,
find something
something
to
like that.
celebrate. Yeah,
Right. But other than that, now substances is another story. But.
another show. Okay.
Okay. Do you envy people who can drink without getting into trouble? Yes.
Yes. I'm like, you son of a. See, how do you do it? Yeah, my wife can have she could drink a couple
Hmm.
drinks a year.
Right.
And I'm like, how do you do that? You know, I have no purpose to drinking one beer. I don't even like it. No, if I want to drink beer, I want to drink 8 or 9. And
Hmm.
before, that's the thing though. When bourbon controlled me, I controlled beer. I could have 9 beers, and you wouldn't even know it.
Yeah.
My wife can tell me how many beers I had and what brand. You know, she's like, you had 3, Bush Lights or something. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
how did you know? Because you, but
Because
but
they're in your hand.
they're
Um,
because you're still holding them. Okay, go ahead.
okay. Next, have you ever had problems connecting with drinking during the past year?
Problem connecting with drinking? What does it mean?
Have you had problems connecting? Have you had problems
Sound
connecting
it
with
out.
drinking? Yes.
Sound it. Carry the one. They think we're drunk now. We're so excited the computer works.
Has drinking caused you any problems in the past year, or however
Yes.
long? Yeah, I
Yes,
mean,
absolutely. No. Again, knock on wood. No DUIs. Um,
yeah, I've been lucky.
no missing gigs, but family issues, of course.
Okay. Well, that leads us right to the next one. Has your drinking caused trouble at home?
Yes, and that was the main reason to stop. That and health.
Okay, right now we're up to number 8. According to this quiz, if you get 4 or more, say yes to 4 or more of these, you probably have a problem.
Okay.
And so far, you've gotten 7 out of 7.
Yeah.
Man, you might ace this. This might be the first time you've actually done
Man, I
well.
haven't been this excited since I got the high score on the breathalyzer test.
Do you ever try to get extra drinks at a party because you do not get enough?
I would never like drink. You ever heard of people like just going to pick up some guy's drink that just start drinking it?
Right,
I would
right.
Never
Oh, yeah.
do that. But I would try to get it before the bar closed.
That's what I was just getting ready to say.
Yeah.
I'd say, no, I haven't really done that. That's kind of weird. How's there extra drinks
Right.
at a party? But let there be last call. I'll take 4. I'm
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
only one standing there.
Or
you
I'm
know?
on the act like, okay, so you want a bourbon coat, and what the hero want? Okay, he want a bourbon coat too. Might as well give me 4, and they're all for me. I've done that.
Here's something that's not on the test that I think is a great question. Do you ever go berserk with anger when somebody calls Jack Daniels bourbon?
No,
Oh, see,
it's
to me,
whiskey, right?
yeah.
I call
I
him
don't know
anything you
why.
want.
Maybe it's because
I call him my happy juice because you used to own stock and.
because I used to own some clubs, and so I just whenever somebody would mistakenly call a whiskey bourbon,
Oh,
it irritated the hell out of me.
Ruth Ferris McAfee said her dog is snoring. Our dog is bored with our show, Jamie. We're picking up. Hey, by the way,
Is
we
that
are
our target audience, though? I mean, I
the
thought
dogs.
cats. I thought maybe marsupials.
We are going to be taking some calls, and we're going to talk serious. This is a serious, serious issue. A lot of our friends, a lot of our coworkers, the people we work with on the road, have drinking issues. A lot of my fans, I get oh my gosh, I got so many emails last night, dude.
Hmm.
I just got your show. I wish I could have caught it live and called in. I really, really want to quit drinking, and this is not a laughing matter. And
Right.
we want to help out any way we can, and we feel this is a serious issue. And being that we are both in recovery, I'm finally doing 12 steps. You want to hear all about that? Watch the previous show of this one, the first one. This is our second episode of Sober Talk, and this helps us out too. Doesn't a program say the steps say you have sponsors, you have sponsees? That isn't it good for our recovery of drinking to help people out?
Oh, absolutely. It's the core. That's the core of the program is helping other people. In the very beginning of AA, that's what Bill Wilson did. He went and as soon as he got sober, he was at the hospital and they're letting him come in and talking to other patients. That's
Wow.
the core of it, helping others.
My neighbor Kimberly says I'm not boring. Well, thanks, Kimberly. Well,
So now, and we're laughing about things, we're cracking little jokes, and that's something that people have to realize. Yes, it's a very serious topic, but it's not a death sentence. Our joy and our laughter. We're comedians too.
yeah, yeah.
So we're gonna laugh. We're gonna laugh.
That's how
So
we deal with
that's
things
how we
too.
deal with things. Absolutely, that's how
And
we
I
deal with
want to
things.
I'm on a topic jump is when you get off.
Hmm.
Where are we at now?
Number 9 is what we're ready for.
Number 9. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Do you tell yourself you can stop drinking anytime you want to, even though you keep getting drunk when you don't mean to?
When you don't mean to get
Yeah, you
drunk.
mean you're gonna go to BW3s, have a beer with your food. Next thing you know,
It's not like you accidentally took the refrigerator apart. Like Jay Scott. I didn't mean to take the refrigerator apart. I always mean to get drunk when I drink. But no,
Mhm.
I would say no on that one. My first no.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Have you missed days of work or school because of drinking?
No,
Okay.
not.
Not
I'm
recently.
self-employed. I haven't missed a show because of drinking. I'm not coming to my production house here because I was hungover or whatever.
Okay.
So yes,
Do you have blackouts?
never had a blackout.
I think I've had a couple, but it's
Really?
not something that I'm really. It's
I
not
have.
something
Let me.
that's
No, hold
normal.
on. I have fallen asleep on the couch, and wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and go to bed, but not like driving and be blacked out.
Oh no.
Okay, so but I've had pass outs. I don't know the difference between a blackout
You
and a
know,
pass out.
now you got me wondering. Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, it gives you a description. A blackout is when we have been drinking hours or days that we cannot remember. I don't know hours or days. I don't know if that was described, but
No,
maybe mine is more of
I
a pass out that I'm talking about.
I have a buddy in California who claims that he'll go a week. He'll just disappear,
Hmm.
and he'll just stay in his house and yeah.
Didn't remember it.
Ted Watson, Houston AA. Hey, Ted, welcome to the show. Maybe Ted should
Welcome.
call in. Or Ted, text us your number. Email your number, tom@tommabe.com. Tom at TOMMAB as in boy E. Tom@tommabe.com. We'll call Ted up. Yeah, I'd like to hear about our brothers in the AA and Texas there.
All right.
And you got some more. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Have you? Yeah, and I got somebody that we can call too. Have you ever felt that your life would be better if you did not drink?
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely. The money is a waste of money. It's a waste of life. It really is.
Okay. So I guess it's safe to say that you probably need some help. That you
Yeah,
can't do it on your own.
and I'm getting it. And this is the first time. If you guys missed last night, this is the first time I've always quit for a year, 2 years, 6 months. Quitting was never the problem. Staying quit
Right.
was the problem for me, and and I know that my self will is not enough. So I've turned it over to my higher power, which is God's will,
Mm-hmm.
and the universe. Right now are my higher power, my two higher powers.
Okay.
So and you have let's look at some of the comments here. See what people are saying. We have more comments now than what we did for all of last night. So that's good. We really enjoy doing this. So if you guys have any questions or you want it's an open topic. If you have anything you want to say, please let us know.
Right.
And I was going to topic jump on you, and I forget what I was going to topic jump to. And you have a friend we're calling?
I do. I would like to call my friend.
And does she know not to bring up certain things?
Yes, she does.
Okay. We don't want to out anybody who
We
doesn't
don't
want
want
to
to out
be.
anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll make sure I remind her of that when we
We'll go
call.
ahead. You'll go ahead and be texting her. So when we so let's how are you doing? This is Justin. We're doing fine. James Johnson. What day is it? Do you often ask what day it is? That's James Johnson.
Ah, that's funny.
That's very funny. That's good stuff. And I don't know why can't see all my comments here. The new Facebook layout's got me kind of
Yeah, mine's kind of weird too.
can't read everything. Let's see if someone emailed us that we can call and discuss AA with them.
Here's one number if you'd like.
I'll just do it. Okay. And this is
This is Autumn,
okay.
my friend from recovery. My best friend for life.
I love this board. It has like the laughing effects on it. It has the is it coming up? Hold on, Autumn. There we go. We can make prank phone calls on this.
This is
board.
going to be awesome. Is the refrigerator running? Better catch it.
This is our best show yet, Jamie.
I know. I hope she answers.
She's not answering.
Hey, I can't get to my phone right now, so
Good one. Way to line them up. You might want to.
Yeah, I've just
Tell
been
me to
fired.
talk with
I'm
you.
no longer the producer of this show.
That's well, maybe not. Let's see if we can get this guy. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we can. He had been texting my assistant all day about coming on the show. He was one that emailed, so I'm sorry I missed it. Maybe I'll call. Hey, Melanie, can you talk? How hard is it being married to an alcoholic?
Yeah.
please leave your message.
Well, darn. Should we call Autumn back again?
I guess we can try that.
This is what we call quality entertainment, folks. So let's see, 812. Now, Autumn is in recovery with you, and when was the last time you spoke with her?
Hey, I can't get to my phone right now, so leave.
Not cool. All right, so let's just jump
Hang
to
on.
a new topic, dude.
Let's surprise somebody. You want to surprise somebody?
Charles City, Iowa, in the house. Tom, how long have you been a comedian? Steve, I've been a comedian for over 20 years. I've been a professional drinker for over 25, 30 years. So, anybody here? Are you guy who does? Are you the guy who does the jokes? Not tonight, apparently.
Here we go. I got one.
Okay, who is it?
My friend Gumby. Do you see that number?
Yes, is he around?
We'll find out.
629. And you have other topics written down that we were going
Yeah,
to?
not really.
Hello.
Hey, Gumby, it's Tom and Jamie. How are you?
Hey, not bad. How are you?
We are doing well.
Welcome to Sober Talk. How are you?
Are you
I know this is a surprise.
are you sober?
Things are going really wrong right now.
Should we call a bar and try to talk to? Can you hand the phone to anyone at the bar? We really need a guest.
So you care if I ask you a couple questions about recovery?
Absolutely not. Am I free to use foul language?
Probably
No.
not. Probably not.
No, and don't get too personal.
And your phone sounds
I
kind of
will- I will
muffled.
try
Take,
to-
take it.
I will try to refrain then. Go
All right,
ahead.
thank you.
Okay, I'm just winging it here because our other topic didn't quite come through.
It didn't.
Tell me, how did you know that you had a problem, a drinking problem?
Uh,
That's pretty
Well,
pretty big question there.
That really is. I mean, the very first time that I knew that I had a problem that I actually needed help was telling the person that I was employed by that I wouldn't drink that night. I had a pretty big job the next day,
Oh,
and I still went out and I still had to have a non-renewable chemical in my body. The next day, I was throwing up on the side of the roof, and the look of disgust in his face was just something I'll never forget. And at that
Okay.
moment, I knew I had a major problem.
Okay. So,
can I chime in there for a second? You asked me earlier if it ever affected my job. The same thing happened to me the night before the first episode of Mabe in America, and we
really?
pushed it back a
Wow.
day because I looked so rough.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
I
That's
forgot all
pretty. That's
about that.
pretty.
Yeah.
That's big. That's
So
big.
go ahead, Gumby. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It just it reminds me of the big book when it talks about we have bright outlooks for ourselves and our families, and then we pull the structure over our head by a senseless series of screws.
Now you're it's a little muffled, and you said your phone was just a tad muffled. Can you repeat that slower?
Yeah, give me just a second. Let me turn you guys up a little bit. Can you guys hear me now?
That's
Yeah,
much
that's
better.
much better.
Jeez Louise,
Okay.
thanks.
I said it reminds me of the big book where it talks about alcoholics usually have a bright outlook ahead of them, and then they pull that down the structure with a senseless series of sprees.
And put that in layman terms.
So I've been gifted with the ability to work with my hands. I'm a construction worker. I'm pretty good at what I do. But even with that, I would still beat myself over the head with my hammer. Like I wouldn't show up for work. My boss always said that I was a tremendous worker, could do just about anything if he could get me to come to work, or if he could get me to come to work sober, or if I wasn't out for a week and then in jail for another week, just those types of things that just continued to ruin my career over and over again. And it continued throughout my career.
Okay. So you mentioned the big book. Tell us more. We touched on that last night. Tell us more about the big book. Tell our viewers what the big book is.
The big book is a basic text for Alcoholics Anonymous. It was written by Bill Wilson and Dr. Bob around 1929. I forget when it was first published.
In the 30s, I think, early 30s.
Yeah. It is the only book that I have ever read that describes my thoughts and my feelings and the things that happen to me whenever I drink more than any other book I've ever read or seen in my life.
And I've read the same chapter over and over again. I keep on going to page 86 and just reading those paragraphs there about self-serving motives and whatnot. So it's a great book. It's a great book.
Yeah,
it is. That's Upon Awakening.
Upon Awakening. That's right.
Yeah.
So also there's the personal stories in the back, and I could always really relate to the personal stories. So if somebody's wondering if they had a problem, they could go to the back of the big book, to personal stories, read one of those, and say, "That's me. That's me."
Actually, if a person wants to know if they have a problem, they can go to We Agnostics, and like the first paragraph in the We Agnostics, it talks about we hope we've made clear the distinction between the alcoholic and the non-alcoholic, and then it asks you two questions. It says when you want to quit, you can't quit entirely, or whenever you're drinking, you have little or no control over the amount that you take in. You're probably an alcoholic.
Yeah, that's
me.
Me.
That's me too, and that's why we're doing this show here. So how long have you been sober, and is it a struggle?
It has been for the last 18 years. I've been in and out of the program for 18 years. I came in first in 2002. I have actually 7 months right now.
Nice.
I haven't been on. What's that?
That's great. 7 months is awesome.
Did you fall off? Did you fall off? How long did you fall off the wagon?
It's been several different occasions. So my first relapse, I had three or 3.5 years in, and it was actually on a plane to Hawaii, and got drunk on a plane to Hawaii. And then I've had different lengths of sobriety in the last 18 years. A year here, 6 months there, 8 months here, et cetera. And I just continue to go back and go back and go back.
Well,
it's not going to burn me this time. Here's how.
Well, so it's 7 months this time, and you've always worked the steps when you were sober?
No. Going, not working the program thoroughly. Work a couple steps and then not work a fifth or fourth and drink a fifth. Like that kind of stuff.
Drink a fifth. That's funny. Wow, because they say if you work the steps, thoroughly, that you won't fail. If you find a higher,
That's the biggest defense.
yeah, you have to do
Yeah.
that. What do you mind me asking what your higher power was? Because we were talking about this last night, and I had an issue
See,
with it.
that's something that's really, really personal to me.
So what is
Because
it?
I don't even want to attempt to put any kind of clarification on it because
get
when
it.
I do,
No.
the stupid part of my brain wants to, like, I call it the stupid part. It's actually the logical part, I guess, but
Right.
it makes me question way too much, and whenever I start questioning, that existence of a higher power, then I fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Part of
and,
my-
and that's
part of
not
my-
unique.
part.
Many people
Thanks for that.
question their higher powers. I mean, probably most people have at some point question their
Right.
higher power.
Well, and again, the big book says as soon as we're able to lay aside even our prejudice and even express a willingness to believe in the power greater than ourselves, we commence to get results. Even though it was impossible for any of us to comprehend or define that which is God.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
Good stuff.
I really just have to stay away from it. Actually, for the last 2 mornings, I've actually hit my knees and prayed for the first time, and I don't know how long.
Okay.
So, I'm definitely seeking spiritual growth in my life. Like I know being stagnant and not. It says if a man fails to perfect and enlarge his spiritual life, he'll drink again. And for us to drink
Yeah.
is to die.
Good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I really want to broaden my spiritual experiences in my life, in my spiritual life period, but I just can't define right now that which is God.
Do you have a war story? Do you have like your war?
Yes, I do.
Can you
One
share
Yes,
one?
I do.
And explain to what is a war story, Jamie?
Okay, well, like,
Okay.
you don't glorify. You go to a meeting. You don't glorify the using part. But
No.
everybody has
No.
hilarious stories to tell, and so there's what
Okay.
they call the meeting after the meeting, where everybody goes to
Yeah.
Denny's,
I love
and then you'll
Right.
tell your story, your crazy stories.
Yep. So I don't recall a lot of this night. This was all in pretty much a blackout. I took a lot of benzos whenever I was drinking, a bunch of Xanax, a bunch of Klonopin. So I blacked out. They said I drank a pint of Cavassier or cognac. I don't know what it was. And then they said there's 2 females. They said that I gave them money, told them to go get a fifth of 100 proof dark eyes. I started drinking straight dark eyes. They said I just filled up a coffee cup with ice and vodka and started drinking. I don't know. I'm not going to get into what transpired after I drank all that, but probably an hour or 2 later, I was sitting on the apartment complex stoop, and they said, "Okay, Gumby, it's time to go." And they said I got up, looked both of them dead in the eyes, and just took off running for no apparent reason whatsoever. So I have flashes of walking in and out of a street in Evansville, and the next thing I know, I come out of a blackout when they slammed the drunk tank doors shut.
Oh my God!
Oh, jeez. Can I tell you
So
why
I
I'm
have
laughing? Can I tell you why I'm laughing, Gumby? Because
It gets better. It gets so
go
much
ahead. Go
better.
ahead. Go
It
ahead.
gets so much better.
I want to hear it.
So I have no idea why I'm in Vanderbilt County Jail. Like, I wake up when they slam the drunk tank door. I have no shoes, no socks, soaking wet clothes, and have no idea how I got there.
Wow.
So apparently, if you're so inebriated, you can't use the phone whenever they ask you for your phone call. Like, you don't get a second chance. I don't remember how I found out what actually happened. I don't know if it was court the next day or not. Anyway, so I was so drunk that I was walking in a neighborhood in east side of Evansville, which is the nicer part of the Evansville. And I guess I seen a house with the front door open, but the screen door was shut. These people said that I walked up, opened their front door, took my shoes off, sat down on their like little love seat, and passed out.
So you went into a stranger's house.
Yes. Yes.
opened their screen
Yes.
door, laid down, and they called the cops. Or this was
I took my I took my shoes off first.
Oh, hey, that was awfully that was awfully nice of you.
He's not
Yes.
savage.
But why were you soaking wet? I forget the soaking wet, or did you?
I guess somebody dumped water on me at some point, trying to wake me up
To
or
get them off your love seat.
Yeah, like I have no idea why I was soaking wet. I know I didn't have any shoes, any socks, and it was soaking wet. And I still don't know who the people are to this day. I'm sure I could go find the arrest record and try to figure it out.
Make
but
them on your amends.
yeah, definitely. And thank God they only charged me with the PI. They didn't charge me with any,
Yeah,
like
that could have been worse.
It could have been really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of those stories. So that was by far one of the worst.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow,
I got another question. So explain to
Okay.
me why the program is so heavily. It talks about helping other recovering drunks.
I just said this in a meeting the other day. So for hundreds of years, people have tried to help us, right? Psychiatrists, doctors, so on and so on. Nobody can help us. Nobody can figure out the formula. And one man did. And all he did was share with another alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Bill Wilson was ready to drink, and he was sitting in that bar with a pocket full of nickels, and he called, I guess a church or a hospital, or I can't remember where, and then he went to share with Dr. Bob, and he basically told Dr. Bob, I'm not here for you, I'm here for me, and that is the root, a higher power, and working with another person, another alcoholic, is the formula to staying sober. Bottom line.
Well,
so go ahead.
Well, two things. One, can't you actually see the phone where he made that phone call? Isn't there like
I
in
believe
Ohio?
You can. I believe you can. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, there's like an AA tour you can take.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, kids.
Yeah, you can see the actual
Hey, guess
phone.
what we're doing for spring break?
Yeah,
And we got to call this other guy too. So I just
Okay.
want
and since you're into helping other recovering alcoholics, I need help getting a garbage disposal put in. See you later, Gumby. Thank you so much.
to. Nice meeting you, brother.
Hey, no problem, guys. Nice meeting
Talk to you later.
Nice meeting you.
That was a great call.
No, he was cool as heck, man.
Yeah, that was great.
Let's see here.
We'll have to call him again someday.
All right. Here, we're calling this guy here. This guy emailed me or texted me because, texted Carrie. Anyway, I don't know his name. He says he really wants to stop drinking.
Okay, great.
I don't know how bad he wants to stop. Hello? Hello? All right. There you have it.
Well, good luck to him. Hope we can reach
Yeah.
out to him again.
Good luck with your liver.
Yeah. Reach out to us if you have any questions or anything. Send us a message.
And but we're getting a lot of good comments. So guys, please leave your comments and topics that we could talk about and things that you want to research. One thing that we are going to do seriously is bring experts in on the phone. Okay, this is we're trying to call. He had his hand muted. This is it. Okay. And if he doesn't pick up this time, that means that we are being.
Hear me now.
I can hear you. Who am I talking with? This is Tom Mabe.
This is Tyler.
Hey Tyler, tell me. So you texted Carrie yesterday and said that you really want to stop drinking.
Yeah, I do. I've been trying to stop for many years.
How often? If you don't ask me, how old of a guy are you?
I'm 29 for the past 10 years.
Okay, 29 for the past 10 years. I get it. So you're on the wrong side of 30.
I'm 39.
And you want to
I'm
stop.
39. Yeah.
That's we are too. That's great.
Yeah.
So Tyler, how much do you drink and what do you drink?
Mostly just beer.
Have you ever been arrested?
Too many times.
Really?
Okay.
Well, yeah. We were just saying, how do you tell if you have a drinking problem and if it causes problems? And I think getting arrested arrested for drinking.
Yeah, I just got my 4th DUI May 9th.
Okay. Okay, so there's definitely a problem. There's no doubt
Yeah.
about
So
that.
let's help Tyler out. So how serious are you for wanting to quit?
I really want to quit, and I've tried to seek treatment um, through the VA, and the VA doesn't really help me.
That's the first thing I was going to
So
say. That's the first thing I was going to ask is, are you a veteran? Okay, what
yeah,
city are you in, or what area?
I'm in Loveland, Colorado. You were
Okay,
just in Colorado last week. I saw your post.
Yes, I was.
okay. I
You were down south.
Yes.
because I have gone to treatment through the VA here in Louisville, multiple times actually,
Uh-huh.
and they certainly didn't do anything wrong because they are a great facility. Um, so you went to the SARP program through the VA, substance abuse rehab program, rehabilitation program.
I've been through the outpatient, but I go to like this is a couple years ago,
Uh-huh.
and I'll go to the little 1 hour meeting, and I'll go straight to the bar.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
clearly need to be inpatient. I mean, I'm not a doctor, and this is just my opinion, but I would say if you're serious about quitting, you should go back to the VA. If you don't have a therapist there, make sure you have a therapist. You probably need inpatient because, like me, I'm sorry.
And I heard go there drunk.
Yeah, you can absolutely.
Go don't if you don't go if you go there and haven't drank, don't brag on how your 7 days you haven't had anything to drink. Go in the don't drive there drunk, but
Mm.
Uber there or sit in the parking lot and
Mhm.
down 5 or 6 beers so you'll blow. So look, I'm drunk right now. My check liver light's on. I need help right now. My name is Tyler. I'm on the wrong side of the I'm going to die. I've had 4 DUIs, but I let
Well,
you. This is your
Right.
home
This
basement.
is my home base. I'll tell you what I've done at the VA before, and they treat me very well because they know me there. So,
They're
but
afraid
they
of you.
didn't.
They are so afraid of you.
They didn't always know me. And one time I showed up and they said there was a 2 week waiting period. And I said, well, I'm going to sit down in this chair. You let me know when that bed's open.
Yes.
And I sat there, and after a couple hours, they figured out this guy's not going away. And then suddenly a bed opened up for me. So I
Wow.
tell you, I am a big, firm believer in the VA. I think it's the best place I've ever seen to get treatment. But if you're doing IOP, intensive outpatient, and then you're going to a bar afterwards, I had to go
I
inpatient
mean,
for
that was
30 days.
probably 10 years ago. I
Yeah,
mean,
you need to
that
try it
was
again, buddy.
a
Yeah.
bit ago.
You
No,
need to
man.
try
I
it
mean,
again.
I don't think I would do that now, but
The VA is
uh,
great. What's keeping you from
well, I was
going
trying.
inpatient for 30 days?
Well, I was trying to go to this nice little place in Youngstown, Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
It's a veterans.
I know
Um,
it. I know it. It's a long-term facility.
Like a
it's
90 days.
months? It's a
90 days
6 month.
minimum.
Oh, is it? Yeah, yeah. It's like,
Wow.
yeah, it's more like a 6 month program.
I was fighting the VA for this for over a year to do this,
Okay.
and I could not get them because in Colorado, so through this program they have the Veterans Choice.
Mm-hmm.
It splits down the middle of the country,
Right.
right? So there's or back then, this is probably 2 years ago, and so they would not let me go to Youngstown, Ohio, because Colorado was different than the Midwest. So I
Mhm.
changed my address to my buddy's address in Oklahoma. I still couldn't pull it off. I busted my ass to get it done.
Yeah, but
I mean, I've reached out and tried to do this. I really have.
I
and-
think that if you go through a 30-day program first, they'll help you get to a longer term.
They'll tell
facility
you. I read where they'll
afterwards.
tell you that you need to stay longer.
Right. Absolutely.
But Tyler, this is not going to
Well,
end
my-
until you end it. It's going to end when you're going to kill somebody driving or something.
I'd
So-
say give VA another chance because they've come such a long way. There's a saying at the VA, this is not your father's VA. It's way better than what it used to be. And if it's been a while since you've been there, you owe it to yourself to give it another chance.
every time you say V, the V, I thought you were
Well,
talking about
then,
Virginia.
then there's the other thing about I'm a felon, so I can't leave the state.
Is the felon
So
from the alcoholic induced felon? What kind of felon are you?
Apart from DUIs.
I have 4 DUIs. The third one in Kansas that I had was a felony. The fourth one in Colorado is a felony, but they count those. And then I have second-degree assault, so I'm a double felon. I'm facing long-term issues.
Okay, so
Okay.
it's not resolved yet. You still have court dates coming up.
Yeah, I have a
You
court
need to
date
go
on
to
Friday.
the VA, and then go to the VA, get yourself into rehab so they can get that transferred over to Veterans Court. And as long as you keep your nose clean, that'll go much better if you're going through Veterans Court than if you're going
but if
through
you-
a
if you-
regular drug
And
court.
if you go right in a drug court with no attempt
Right,
at long
exactly.
term rehabilitation and a center,
Well, I've done drug court. I've done drug court in Wichita, Kansas for 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 30% success rate, and I graduated.
Okay.
So I did all that. That was in 2014, I believe.
If it were me, based
So-
on what I've learned from listening to other people in
Mhm.
group therapy and whatnot, I would go to the VA, try to get inpatient as quick as possible, get your charges moved to Veterans Court. I'm not a doctor. I'm not an attorney. This is just based on my
If they
experience.
have Veterans Court, like right now, they're telling me other
But man, if you
offers right
could
now,
get 30
but-
days of rehab
Yeah.
under your belt and you're making a concerted effort to better yourself, but if I'm a judge and I go, here's a guy and here's Tyler and he's had 4 DUIs and he's not even been to rehab,
Mm-hmm.
dude, I would go to rehab. Do what Jamie says. Sit down. Say, if you don't have a bed, okay, I'll be over waiting.
Right. And doors might be closed right now, but if you go into a residential program, those doors might suddenly open. Suddenly, a therapist can make a call and get you into Youngstown, Ohio. Veterans Court can communicate with probation officers. This problem is
And my
way
my
too
last
big.
case, the assault charge, I was approved by the judge to go to Youngstown. I
Okay.
just can't get in.
Well, but
He
that,
approved it.
but that doesn't mean your therapist can't get you in if you go into a
I don't have a
residential program.
therapist because the VA is so shut down right now. I can't even go to group meetings.
Actually, yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real problem. That's true.
Zoom,
Yeah.
But
Zoom meetings.
but my therapist is taking patients, over the phone. He's doing everything he can, intakes and everything over the phone. So definitely reach out to them because this problem is too big for you to solve on your own. It's just way too big. You need help.
Oh, it's way too big. I understand. That's why I'm calling. That's why I reached out to you.
Well, I certainly
I
hope you
saw
contact.
this yesterday, and
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we
you know.
love doing this, and this is, boy, what a godsend because Jamie is a veteran and
I know the system.
he knows the system. I've heard you complain about it. I've heard you talk great about him.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, Tyler, we're going to stay in touch with you. And hey, go. You texted Carrie said that you had a steak you made or something. So go eat your steak. And
no, this is more important than the steak. I'm keeping it. I'll put it back on the grill. It's no big
okay,
deal.
okay, but we're done with you.
You tried to call me. You tried to call me earlier and I didn't answer. And
No, but
Oh, damn it.
I would like to talk with you again.
Right. Get to the VA. Get to the VA.
There's a Tony
Please.
Figueroa says Wise County, Virginia, or that's something. Is that the Wise County VA, or is it? You guys need an off-camera producer. Yes, we do. David Ruckle wants to be a off-camera.
Yes.
And the Christie says it's buffering. Have you? You haven't heard it, Dave, Tyler. You don't know what it sounds like or looks like right now, do you? The show right now.
well, I'm watching it, but I can't hear it.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Well,
it's out of sync.
okay, cool. Well,
So it's worthless to watch it on my screen right now. I'm watching on a 65-inch
Gotcha.
TV, and
oh, cool.
it's so out of sync.
Well, dude, please make that call tomorrow. And do
Yes,
what Jamie
please,
said.
please, and keep in touch with us and let us know.
Yeah, keep us. We want to follow this, so our viewers will know. And what state are you in?
Colorado?
I'm in Colorado.
That's right. All right, brother.
Yeah.
Tyler, we're
I was gonna send you a message saying come on up to Loveland and hang out
Loveland, Colorado.
when you were in Colorado last week.
Yes. I was doing a sabbatical and shooting a new thing called a bargain battle. So, all right, brother.
Well, come up here and shoot some crazy stuff.
All right, but meantime, you get
Yes.
a hold of the VA, please.
Your life's going to come
You
together
owe it
when
to
you
yourself.
stop drinking. You're going to have everything's going to be better when you stop drinking, but it's not going to end until you end it. and there's a good chance you may end someone else's life when you end your own too if you're driving like that. That's you're young, man. 30,
Well, I would
39 is very young.
yeah, yeah, I understand.
So,
All right, well, thanks,
Best
guys.
of luck to you,
I'll
buddy.
keep in touch.
all right, thanks, brother.
Wow.
What a loser he was.
No,
Jeez, we thought we had it bad.
No, I've been there. I mean, I haven't had legal problems. I've been fortunate, but I've had insurmountable problems that I couldn't possibly solve.
Insurmountable. I like that word.
Is that
Is that like transcranial? Magnetic stimulation. You know I'm buying a transcranial.
plethora? Languid, his languid eyes in the intrepid
Sanguine.
explorer.
Myopic. But that guy, wow, what a great story he had, and what it was. It was great. You being here is like God sent
Right.
him here because you know everything about the VA.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I've heard you bitch about them many times.
No. Only lately. Once they switched my doctors.
Okay.
Up until then, I've never had an
I-
ill word.
So I ate some Bobby White and I had lunch today, and I had some Mexican food. And
Bragger.
No, you had lunch. I'm extremely twitchy. I have Tourette syndrome, but it's different foods really messes.
Really?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it makes me really, really twitchy.
Well, now the last caller doesn't seem so bad. You're the freak.
He's not bad at all. Who does your
Man,
hair?
I hope he calls the VA.
He has to. Tyler, call the VA. Don't
This
be
is
so.
way too big for you.
All right, so we've gone way over topic, way over time.
Oh.
Is there anybody else we can call that we?
I think the next caller we should save for the next show.
Yeah, we're still getting our sea legs.
We're still
on,
trying to
guys.
learn this.
We got this, and we got thrown off with the whole board not working, and we were just goofy for the first 5 minutes. But
Right.
love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. This helps
Thank
us
you
out.
so much.
If you have any questions or you're trying to quit drinking, if we don't know the answer, we'll get the answer, and we can invite my therapist, Jane Gaynor, would come on. We would love to have her on, just via telephone even, to talk with us.
I'd like to bring mine in too. Mine's from the VA.
I asked her, I said, why should I do AA? I said, it's embarrassing. She said, no, peeing at a bar at 10 a.m. at the bar, Tom, is more embarrassing than, not that I ever peed at the bar, but I've done enough stuff more embarrassing than going to an AA meeting.
Sure.
My ego, I was going to, I went one time, a guy wanted a selfie. That sounded pompous. I didn't mean it like that, but my ego, and I've always feared that I see someone in a meeting, and then they see me drinking outside the club or outside the meeting, and I'd be embarrassed. But she said they did a study. This is a very interesting study, and we'll wrap it up on this. They had like 5 chimps, and they got them where they were addicted to alcohol. And these chimps, they would give them all. They took the alcohol away from them, and then they put like 4 in a cage and 1 in a cage, and then they made the alcohol readily available to them. The 4 chimps decided, no, we're not going to drink.
Really?
And the 1 kept on drinking because he was on his own. So it's the camaraderie, the brotherhood, the fellowship, the constant reminder that, oh, I got to go to a meeting at 5. I'm not going to drink.
Right.
You know, it's just
Oh,
constant.
we do a whole show on my theory on that.
Cool.
The big book talks about it's like people stranding on an island together.
Yeah.
They just, like Gilligan's Island.
Well, cool, guys. Thanks for watching, and love you very much. And we'll plan out tomorrow night at 8 o'clock and rock it out.
Signature move.